Hello. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Hello. Turn this down. I feel like I'm too loud. Yeah, there we go. That's good now. I still can't find the video for my mic to make it sound better. But oh well. It just has to be like that, I guess. But hello, honey. Hello, bunny. Hello, Kay. Your whole name. Hello, Eva. Welcome. Ooh, 1 second. I have my volume a little too loud on my end. It's hurting my ears. It makes me want to jump out a window. I'm joking, but I'm playing Minecraft music for myself, so y'all get my BGM. Putting it up. I don't know why I've been so slow on commissions lately. I just haven't been like vibing that much. And my flow is just completely knocked out. I don't know how to word it. I'm not lazy. I'm just like, my flow isn't flowing. Oh my god, it's on the wrong screen. Hold on. Okay. Come on. Open up. My coffee ready. Okay, good. But yeah, I'm just using stock photos for the hand holding gun reference, because the one thing I learned about using other images when creating stuff is that if it's a hand and a very normal weapon like a gun, it's okay to trace and or just edit it, because it's like it's gonna turn out the same way regardless. Ooh. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. And yes, I did see the little plastic drawing. I did see the drawing. It was really cute. It was very, very, very cute. Very cute. Though, like, remember, my design sheet is on my thing if you are curious. On the Discord. Somewhere. Yes. Not saying anything about the design you gave me. I just noticed that it was the Got Your Life design, so I was like, oh, interesting. Though I feel like that design is a little more marketable. It's a little bit better for a marketable plushie. I'm actually able to be marketed. And speaking of marketing, I keep on going down the rabbit hole of like, what's it called? Mascot horror, as in like, just like, watch, like, how do I put this into words? Not like watching or playing the games, but just kind of like observing the discourse around them. Like the newest one, I forgot what it's called. I think it's called like Ban in the Garden of something. Ban in the Garden of something. Guess what? I did one of my first Ibis drawings today. Oh, I'm glad. That's good. I should have practice. And also next week, I'm probably gonna do a bunch of anatomy practice streams, yeah. Because I've been trying to draw fan art, and my brain isn't working, and it's like, ugh, why can't I just get the anatomy right? So I'm just like, the guns are so good. Yes, the gun, it was really, really booty. I just stole it from online and then used it. Oh, poor thing. There we go. I'm trying to think. Is armor great? Because if it's armor like that, and his L's right there, which means this is all his arm. So I extended his arm because it seemed a little too short. But I may have to no, actually, never mind. I think actually looks fine. Never mind. It looks good to begin with. Hi, Shrug. Hi. Welcome. It's on YouTube because it is short. Oh, okay. I should check it out later. I don't actually know. I think they said he was the ultimate tutor. I'm pretty sure it's like a tutor or like teacher, one of the two, because it's like a different AU, where I think it's like after the tragedy. So like he he'd be having guns because it's still kind of chaos, I guess. Again, I don't actually know the story behind it, but I remember it being really interesting. Look at my arms. And I was like, oh, okay. It was really it was fascinating to see. Maybe I should just clump these all into one. Yeah, I can just add things later. His eyes still look a little weird. 1 minute. Oh. I think it's that he's looking off to somewhere that's like in the center here. So, but it looks like he's looking at his cross-eyed. I wouldn't expect Tudor to have a gun. Yeah, again, it's after the tragedy, so he's like, how do I say this? He's like a bodyguard, and because he's like slightly good at everything, he's also good at like, you know, teaching bodybuilding, teaching fighting, teaching what's the word? I'm trying to think of the words. He's good at basically anything that can be taught. He may not be the best at it, but he's really good at it. So that's why he has a very large frame. Because it's like, yes. He has glasses too, but I just haven't added them because I'm waiting for that kind of detail later. Because I still need to draw his face. Yes. Getting on the ground and do yes. Yes, his backstory. I love his backstory. It's very interesting and really fun. Especially with, if I can find the words. On top of his appearance. Being, like, so frightening, I guess. You don't really see a lot of teacher kind of characters, except for, like, Nekomaru. Have, like, a very big build. But it's like, if you're the ultimate teacher, you'd expect to, like, probably have some experience doing things or doing the thing you're teaching. So like if you're teaching fighting, even if you're not like the best at it, I'm gonna change the hand to make it a little longer. You're probably gonna have at least a little bit of a bigger build than if you were just a normal teacher who teaches a specific subject. Ooh. He does in push-ups later. Yes. Or push-ups later, not push-ups. Again, I'm bad at reading. I'm trying to remember that his hand's over here, so like I don't have to make it too much bigger. Adding that vein. It's so weird to have his arm covered so much. I'm not used to having people having bits of them covered like this. Or holding something. Oh, slightly wrong angle. There we go. I can probably push this in a bit. I don't think his arm needs to be like that long. Will he have nails? Nope, no Danganganpa character has nails. Ever. But most shows do. But a little tip when doing nails, remember that they're cylindrical, so they go like this, and then there's a slight line, and then they go back around. That's not a very good brush to use. Yeah, that's a little too thick. That's an eraser. Ah! Okay, there. See, they go around like that, and then straight. But that's because your skin kind of puckers around it. And same right here, except the opposite direction. And they stick out a bit, and of course some of your thumb shows. Of course it looks weird because I didn't make his fingers to like be for nails. Oh. So yeah, you gotta watch out for that. Wait, doesn't Ikoy and Junko have nails? Yeah, but that's because they're a very important part of their character. The fact that they have long, fake nails. Compared to the other characters who have natural nails. I think that's how it's, what's the word? Shown that, how do I say this? in this style of Danganronpa, anyone who has natural nails, they don't have nails. But people who do have like something specific about their nail design have nails. And also because, you know, in the investigation, the nails were a part of the evidence. So it was probably a very important part of her character. Kind of like how like they showed art of like Junko and Mukuro's bust size, their chest size, to show that, oh yeah, this is how you can tell they're different from just their bodies. Stuff like that, where it's like details that are only needed for the story, or because it's an important part of the character, just the character's design and the story. Plus, gals are known for their nails. Have you seen post featuring on? Yeah, I did. I'm the one. I'm the one who usually what's the word? Who like hearts all your guys' stuff if I can't reply at the time. So I did. It was really nice. Don't worry. It's not like weird feet stuff. It's feet anatomy practice. It's feet anatomy practice. Don't worry. Don't worry. There's no feet here. You don't gotta be scared. There ain't no feet. No feet are allowed here. Kind of. Sometimes. It depends. No one really draws feet. I draw a kind of. I draw feet, but it's like they're socks. I don't like drawing feet. Feet are hard. If I don't gotta draw it, I won't. Oh, work. There we go. Hold on. There we go. It froze it. Never. I was in TikTok today, and I finally posted a TikTok of a stream clip. It was my first time posting a stream clip. Very interesting. Very, very new. What does he remind me of? Mikado. I'm moving with Mikado. I'm bad with names. I think you did really good with the feet, though. So yeah, you should be proud of the feet drawing. It feels so weird, just being like, yeah, you should be proud of your feet. Feet. Something wrong with his hand. I don't know what. I mean, I think maybe the shading. On top of the fact that it's like not really well did. Hold on. Okay, yeah, that is the problem. Mikado. Oh. It's because he's just cool. I'm joking. Hold on. I like the blur thing. Since Ibis does have a blend thing, but it's not particularly the best, sadly. Like, it doesn't blend the same way other programs do. So that's the only downside. Some of the tools just aren't as good. And I'm using the wrong brush. Can't compete with some of those other brands. So if you ever need to switch out of Abyss, if any of y'all use Abyss, do it. Do it. If you have the opportunity, do it. If I had the opportunity, I'd be using Photoshop or another kind of like tablet device. Because it just makes it easier. And plus, if I were to go to school, I don't think they would allow me to use Abyss Paint, and I'd have to learn Photoshop. So, it'd be best to start learning now in case you ever think of making art a career. Anyway. Never show much again. I showed it to my brother and he thinks I'm weird now. Well, he can be quiet. A lot of people think for some reason when people do art it's weird. It's like, bitch, how the fuck do you think we're gonna study? Like, how do you think I'm gonna get better at this? Do you think I'm just gonna look at an image of a foot and then just be like, oh, yep, now I know how to draw it. Done. I didn't even have to draw it again. I just now know. Think about it's just people who don't do art are the weird ones. Like, no. Okay, I think I did it right. I don't know. The hand still looks a little weird. I may end up finding why it looks weird later, but for now I'm going to move on because I'm... It's probably because it's still, like, flat. I need to bend his arm, but then I have to redo his hair. I don't want him to redo his hair. Did you check out the show Murder Drones? I recommend. No, I didn't. I forgot. I'm gonna pull it up right now so I don't forget for later. Well, I can't. I'll do it on my on the tablet actually. If I do it on here, it'll make my stream kind of slow. Oh, let me turn this off. There's nothing weird in here, but like, oh, I don't want y'all seeing anything because again, this is my tablet. It still has like personal information. I don't want to do the thingy again. Well, yes, there's 2 episodes out. Oh, cool. Murder. Okay. I have that now in my search history, and I shall look into it after the stream. Well, speaking of, me and Titan talked about stuff. Like, how do I show it? We've been having a good time with projects and all that stuff, and I just been kind of like, maybe we should talk about other projects. And he was like, yeah, sure, I'll work on those. I'm kind of talking innuendos, but I should probably stop. I need to stop. Because it was literally personal. There's literally something that's on the tip of my tongue that's in my brain. Hold on. This is going to bother me if I don't think of it. I can't think. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can add to this right now before I move on to the other hand. And then the shoes. Ugh, I hate doing shoes. They're hard. You'll get hooked. Probably. Knowing me, when shows are really pretty and styled, I can't help but enjoy them and go to a different, add an extra. Okay. This is how I edit, what's it called? Nah. I edit, stock photos. This person's hand is a little thicker than this character's hand would probably be, so I have to like add more like structuring, like make it more rigid rather than his round shapes. His fingers like that, his knuckles right here. Never. Knuckles are hard. I don't know why. Sometimes they're really easy, but then like I start doing them and it's like, wait, these are in the wrong place. Cause like, I don't know. Knuckles just direct everything. Remember how we talked about Danganganpa? No, I want to draw. Yes, please draw her. Okay, Struggle. See you later. I say bye. But yeah, draw her. No. If you do not, I will disown you. Also today's stream's I'm a little less energetic than I was last time, just because I don't know. Today I was just really sleepy. I think it's because I took melatonin to sleep last night because I was like, I'm gonna stream tomorrow, so like I'm just gonna go to bed. And so I just gave myself it's like chewable melatonin, so it's not as effective. But I took like 5 actually chewable melatonins. And I'm doing it that way so it's actually where we see what. Did you just what? Is what you yes? Did you what, man? I remember that time in the animation memes. That was my childhood. Did you whatever? Whatever you, I guess. The stalking horse was Hyde the guy. And what's the? I don't know if y'all's ever heard that. I don't know. Cold brew and chocolate milk. Yes. Okay, that's not mine. I did a hot coffee with a hot cocoa. It's delicious. It's delectably delicious. It's wonderfully delicious. It's horrendously nutritious. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. It's really hard to turn like complicated objects like these into this, because it's like you have to remove the detail but also then put it back so that it still looks like the object, but so that it's not like straight up traced. Because that's the one thing, is that if you are tracing an object, make sure that you're what's the word, that it's still its own thing. Because this is like, that's what they do for photo bashing, where they take images and kind of crush them together, but they still like mess with them so they don't look exactly like the models, or they don't look exactly like things that they're probably not allowed to use. Because a lot of times when people use photo bashing, it's a lot of just random stock images. Like this one right now, it has like the logo all over it. So like technically it's like, if I were to make this into like a more specific kind of venture, I would have to pay to be able to license it and to use it, at least again for like more like official uses. But since I'm not like in a company, I can use it. But like for things like that, it's like you can still use it, but as long as you change it enough, you won't get sued. Basically, again, it's only for images. If it's like, you can't trace drawings though, that's the one thing you cannot trace. Unless like canon stuff, like I see a lot of like people who trace over sprites for Danganganpa, but obviously they're not saying they did all the art. Okay. It's my heart. Aww, that's so sweet. Titan stole mine. I miss Titan so much. He's been so busy. Okay. I've been trying to work on my own style of... What's the word? Ooh. What is this? What's this thing? My own style of art. And it's hard because, like, basically so far, I think I've finally come to, like, a idea of what I want to do when it comes to just, like, my general drawings. Because I've been drawing in this style for so long for money that I haven't really had time to develop my own style particularly well. So yeah, so that's also probably why whenever I draw fan art, it's really hard, because it's like my usual motivation for drawing is money, not in like a greedy way, but in a, this is the only time I ever draw because I need it. So whenever there's something that's like not, I get the opportunity to draw something not money related, it's kind of hard. Unless I'm like incredibly motivated. Even if I want to, there's a difference between wanting to do it and then having the motivation to do it. So like, yeah. Oh, hi. Hey, welcome. This is good, thank you. Here's the other gun. Which I should probably, this is gonna bother me. There we go. There we go, now it looks complete. But yeah, tracing over a gun. So I can draw over it. Oh yeah, I can use it. Good thing. That is good. But yeah, it's just, making my own style is hard, because I'm like, oh, I want to do this style, but then it's like my brain doesn't want to, so that's why I want to do anatomy practices next week. So I was gonna do fan art and do a sketch first, because I remember watching some of I've been watching some streams of VTubers, and they have sketches already down, and I'm like, oh yeah, I could just do that instead of having to like extend my time to like 3 hours in a stream just for a bloody sketch. Couldn't. That's what I need. I just need to do a sketch. But again, I have to start like practicing anatomy so I can actually get it down and get used to like do my own art in my own style. I couldn't take one more game of Monopoly at 3 a.m. until mood. But yeah. Developing your own style is hard. Cause like, especially if you grow up doing a specific style. That's why I implore all of you, as you're starting art, to do anatomy stuff first before doing fun stuff. You can still do fun stuff. Just please keep practicing. Keep practicing. Take images and of like humans, like people, real life people, and break down their shapes, like in boxes, squares, spheres, circles, whatever, and just kind of like try to study that, because you don't have to learn like the muscles per se to learn good anatomy. It's good for detailing, but like if you notice, a lot of art, like anime art is a good example, where yes, the more famous people have like very like deep anatomy, but a lot of them are very like not particularly the best at anatomy. Like even a good example is like Krone from Hololive, their artist. Their bodies are like, her body is, should I put it? It's really well drawn, and I think it's perfect. I'm not trying to say the artist is bad or nothing. I would never smack talk an artist, because yes, they're way better than me, and the art is beautiful. But the anatomy in Krone's model is not like perfect. But like obviously the person who made it was able to be hired by a big company to do her model. I should do the anatomy. I keep trying to draw in the Danganganpa art style, but I can't draw. Yes, I feel. Again, that's why I'm doing studies next week, so y'all can probably do studies with me. I can probably, beforehand, I'll post some of the images I'll be referencing from. All of them are clothed. Obviously. So y'all can either study with me, or on your own time, maybe just do your own thing. If you're not vibing with having a study buddy, I guess. I wouldn't know why you wouldn't want a study buddy, but you know, just in case. Yes, I'll definitely join. Hell yeah. And I'll be kind of learning about it too, because I tell the truth, I don't really do a lot of. I have done some. I think I've already shown my studies in one of my streams where I'm like, oh, just doing whatever. But like, unlike in that one, I'm trying to like the bigger image of it all together. There we go. In these, I did a little too detailed, and then here I tried to simplify it, but then I was like, I'll simplify it later, and I never got to simplifying it, which is why as you can see, when I tried doing my own thing versus like my own reference from the reference, or from the trace, why this one is still kind of wonky, because I didn't simplify these when I should be simplifying them instead of making them more complicated. It's good to know the muscles, like the specific muscles or the specific shaping, but it's better to simplify to get the gist of it, especially for something like this, like my style, where it's like fairly simple in terms of anime-ish look, but it's obviously I still have like somewhat good anatomy. It's better to like hold on. It's better to like, instead of doing all that, it's better to study stuff like this. Oh, work. better stuff like this, where it's like, oh, this goes here, and then because his arm's out, it's like this. It's his shoulder, it's a sphere, it goes like that. And then it hooks there, and then it goes out this way, and then because his arm's this way, the circles are to show where how spherical it is. And then here. And of course right here is where the elbow is. So that's why there's a sphere in the middle, which makes the elbow. And stuff like that. It's easier to do that than to... Oh my god, where are you? It's easier to understand this than to understand this, you know? So anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing next week. Spoilers, I guess. But... yeah. Money Monokuma design. Exactly. Crispy and dusty and fleshy. Where's my thing? Where did I put the drawing? I keep getting confused where oh, there it is. I can't ever move around my canvases, so I have to like search through all the other canvases. There we go. Oh, yes. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, I think it's because, you know, it's a fleshy design. Because it's all flesh, like how Monokuma's the thing was. It's an anatomy doll. Please don't bring up it's evil. No, please, man, you can't mention his made design. Exactly. They made his nightmare feel. Well, yeah. That's just how distrust was. Wanna hear a joke? Sure. That's just how distrust be. You know, I kind of wish they went with the distrust vibe, but like I know that for a fact that if Danganronpa did have that vibe, the actual like gruesome vibes, I know for a fact a lot of people wouldn't be as enthused, as the fan wouldn't be as big. Cause like, how do I say this? I feel like it gives the Ace Attorney. It gives more Ace Attorney vibes and or 999 vibes, where like it's darker, so a lot of people don't like know too much about it or don't really play it, so it ends up going, you know, under the radar. While I feel like Danganronpa has this like very bright appeal to people, both older and younger, so it's much easier to like enjoy it or like to spin it in a semi-kid friendly way. While if it were to be something like Distrust, it'd be really hard to like play it off as like for everyone, you know? Okay, sorry. My thing froze. Trying to focus on the arm. Who's there? Sorry, I took a while to look up. Who's there? Hello? No, I will not repeat that. I will not sully myself into moo-hoo. Ah! Burst into flames. Ah! I need to like emote for that. Same. I was too. I was pretty young. We didn't find Danganronpa. Danganronpa found us. But yeah, I'm glad that I found the game, because the whole reason why I got into it was because of the art style, and the art style made me get into art even more. So it kind of really jump started my art journey. But at the same time, it kind of messed up how I should have went about drawing and making art. Because, man, again, I have anatomy problems. Like, even now, hold on, my model, let me take off my thing. I look fine, just if you don't, like, pay attention too much. But if you notice, my shoulders are kind of low on my model, and my neck is very long, while my tricep, are these tricep? The shoulder things, the muscle between the shoulder and the neck is a little too high. So, like, small details, small things like that, where, like, overall my anatomy looks okay. But because of how I did it, it ends up looking like a little wonky. Like depending on how you see it, you know? Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm putting my clothes back on. Actually, no, I'm taking these off because it's like hot as hell. It's starting to warm up. It's not warm yet, but it's starting to warm up. It snowed last night though. Currently allowing in wallowing self-pity. Same, it's okay. We all do that here. Got recommendations from it during the pandemic. It looks very stylized. Good. Yes. Exactly. I found it because I watched an anime called Batum, which if you don't know what Batum is, it's another death game. It's basically, these people, I think, sign up to like, or you're supposed to, it's like people sign you up if they hate you. There's a thing going on like, oh, you hate someone, sign them up for this thing, and we'll take care of them. And basically you follow a character who was signed up because he's kind of a dick. And they're forced onto an island where they all have different types of bombs, and they have to fight each other to death with the bombs. There's no like knives or anything. They can probably find a weapon, like a physical weapon, but it's only bombs. They all have different types of bombs. There's like gas bombs, there's black hole bombs, there's heat detecting bombs. I think the main character has a very just normal bomb type. And I think they get replenished. I can't quite remember, it was so long ago. But just one thing, if you were to watch that, it ends in a cliffhanger, and it fucking sucks. It literally ends with a, you wanna know what happens? Well, read the manga, and you will. Just read the manga. It's like, I'm watching you because I don't want to read the manga. And I never read the manga. Still haven't. Oh. Hold on. Trying to do a thing. Nope. I'm trying to do a shortcut. No. What if I'm trying to do like a painty shortcut. Clear white. Wait, why is it not showing? Oh, that's why. Normal. And then, okay, this is no more. I can get some of the line work. That was a bad idea. I'm removing it all. I mean, it wasn't a bad idea, it's just that I didn't do it right. There's that. And then I do the thing. There we go. And now I have some of the painty look, removing some of the detail. And I have the actual image under it, so like, I can still see all the detail. If I choose. If I so choose. There we go. Sorry. But yeah, it ends on a stupid cliffhanger. Like, it's not a cliffhanger that it's like a cliffhanger for an ending. It's a cliffhanger for another few seasons. Like, it ends in the middle of the whole story. Like, there's literally no way. Like, I think they end with like an idea on how to get off. Like, I think there's like a rule that like if you do something or get something, you can leave. But they haven't found that. I think they were trying to like hijack something too. Unless I'm conflating with a different thing. Does anyone want a song? The bomb song? Nope. I like you. Trace over references. Oh, trace over references. Makes you more confident. Yeah, it's okay to trace over again. With stock images, it's okay to do that. As long as you're not saying like, oh, I definitely did all this work by myself. Then it's like, yeah. Oh, shit. Turn this off. New. Okay. And then I'm just doing whatever. Now, a lot of people kind of forget that like a lot of art is just how you feel. Like how this looks and how it makes you feel. Like, oh, does this feel right? Rather than does this look right? Because it's like sometimes things look right but are actually wrong. So you just have to go by how you feel. Especially with like painty kind of things. But that's why I don't. That's why a lot of artists when they give advice, they say, "Oh, just practice," because it's like, you know, how do I say this? Because a lot of times I just go by how they feel or how they feel looks right, rather than like any specific idea. And the way they got there was by practicing. So they don't really know, including myself sometimes. I don't really know how to actually give advice, just because, again, a lot of us learn just by doing whatever. Like a lot of us are self-taught. A lot of y'all are going to be self-taught currently. So it's hard to like explain like, oh, you just have to do this to like get better. You know, you wrote how he's my friend's favorite character. Sometimes I act like her. Oh hi. So my friend was like, no, we will just call her Ohio. I'm working on a drawing based on the event. Yes. Yes, that sounds like the best plan. She really do be like Ohio. Pardon me. You know that, I know that earlier there isn't there like a more stuff to like another like for like after the story. Cause I swear I remember seeing her like in a mastermind look, but it's like obviously she's not the mastermind, so it's like I swear I remember. Oh wait, yeah. Sorry, I was like, what? But yeah, there's like a little after story for them, and I'm so happy that like she's still able to like use her talent, and like she's not like she may be not particularly happy right now just because of being on the run, but at least she's okay. I'm glad she's safe. Because she's also like not my favorite per se, but she is a character I enjoyed, and her story is just so sad that it's like you can't really you kind of understand why she's like it. She's not the most evil, and she's not the most like nice either. She's just dumb. She's just is like, hey, which one will let me live? Because I just want to be happy. I don't really want to do all this stuff you guys telling me to do. I just, I want to keep my talent. I want to be happy. And it's just sad. It's just sad that she got dealt such a crappy hand. Like, even compared to the others, like, it's one thing. Okay, not saying their motivations are like less than hers, but imagine having the money to do literally anything you want, and but like your whole family is so ashamed of you that you're basically being treated like you're on the streets, minus the fact that you have a bed and clothes, and you're being forced to do stuff like it's implied heavily that she's starved, so she doesn't have food, or at least is very much abused in the fact that she's not given a lot of food, and she's forced to draw every day to get her skill better, and it's like it just sucks. And her family's famous, so like she can't cry about it, or people are just gonna be like, oh, you're just here for clout, or like she can't cry about it, or her family will disown her, and she has never been on her own before, so she like will have no idea what to do, and all she wants is her family's love. So it's like it's a lose situation for her. It's a lose by not death, but by possible death, but not just by death, but just disownment and loss of just everything that's been made, a family that she's always wanted, and she'll probably lose him. It's like, oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. Oh, I'm talking about Iroha from Danganganpa Another. Yeah, the artist girl. And she has a really sad backstory. Oh yeah, she is just a quiet baby. Super Danganganpa Another. Yeah, super Danganganpa Another. I keep forgetting that it has a specific word for the series. Oh. But yeah, her life just, yeah. She is so cute. Exactly. But for Kanade, I like Kanade for her badness. I like Iroha for the fact that I understand her. I mean, not like I relate, but I just understand her. Well, kind of. I kind of relate. And Kanade's just like, she's batshit, and I love that. Y'all know I like everything a little crazier. Man, I have so many stream ideas, but it's like I have to keep working on commissions. Sorry, that just came in my mind. Like, I want to do monster designs too. I mean, tomorrow I'm doing a tech and design thing, so that's good. I'm trying to take streaming more in a fun direction for myself, rather than just working. Because, I don't know, it just motivates me a little more compared to, like, constantly doing commission work. Why does it look like it was airbrushed? In, like, not a good way. At least they're, like, dry. I should get gloss, but I'm too lazy. I mean, it's been quite a while. I can probably get some gloss. I think one of the reasons Kanade became the better version of Kokichi is because Kanade wanted Hibiki to love her. Hibiki, why don't you love sister? Now she became a better version. I don't think it's not that she didn't love her sister. I think it was just that she was just overly infatuated with her because she bullied her. If that makes sense. Like it became like a twisted "I will protect you" deal rather than like a "why don't you love me" kind of deal. It's shown that like Hibiki still loves her. She's just the, you know, like the older sibling bully. Like me and my sister have that kind of relationship where like she's just kind of like mean to me, but like she still loves me. She's not mean to me anymore, but when we were younger, she was really mean to me. Not to like a bully degree, but she'll call me like, she'll be like, "You stink. Get away from me! Don't touch me! Don't hug me!" And she's still like that. But of course, when we were kids, it was a lot different compared to like when we were older. And they were just doing that. It was in that phase that she kind of was like, oh, and Kanade just crazy. Kanade just straight up crazy. Like that's her thing, is that she's just crazy. She didn't really have a justifiable reason to do any of this, but you are right that she is a better Kokichi. Not just because, but it's mainly, in my opinion, to infer my opinion upon the thought of why Kanade is better. Same with my sister, she pushed me off the ladder. Funsies, we love siblings. But what was I gonna say? What was I saying? Oh yeah, why Kokichi's or why Kanade's better? It's because Kokichi, unlike Kanade, is like actually smart. Like, not that Kokichi wasn't smart, but like Kanade like showed off her brains, and she wasn't so wishy-washy in terms of like her motivations per se. And I think that's why because a lot of times, even though Kokichi is good at, like, you know, being the whole liar character, you know, being the thing that's like causes some trouble, it's very much not because like he's super smart. It's because he's just a gremlin. Like, if you were to take out the factor of people being like, oh yeah, he's so smart, then he just seems like a manipulative, mischievous kid rather than like a smart mastermind. And like ignoring his talent, like, I mean, acknowledging his talent, but like imagine if he had like a different talent that didn't involve manipulation specifically, or like being a leader. I'm pretty sure we all see it more so as like him being just odd rather than like being a cunning manipulator, which he still is a cunning manipulator in both, but it's just I feel like the connotation would change depending on what we first perceive him as. And blur. And also I feel because Kanade, how do I say this? She was more entertaining because she was like antagonistic and actually helped in the trial. But that's just a problem with a lot of Danganronpa games in general, like not just in V3 or with specifically Kokichi. A lot of times characters don't really pitch in with their thoughts or their opinions. While Kanade, she straight up saved them a few times with her like, huh, this is right and that is right. And didn't like beat around the bush, like, well, maybe that's right. Maybe you're right. No, she's just like, oh yeah, this seems right. Even in her own trial, she was very good at like seeming helpful at least. When obviously she was the killer that time. So it's like, regardless, she's still very good at like, not just manipulating, but man, this hand's actually really good. Why'd I pop off on this hand? Like this hand, it's okay, but this hand, you'd be looking schmexy. Put these out. Oh, that's why. I was like, why are these still there? I just realized I've been doing all this work and I forgot to update the person who commissioned this. One reason why Kanade is in Kokichi. Exactly, Drunkanade. I had my volume down and I forgot I was in here. It's okay. It be like that. Sometimes I will. Oh. Sometimes I'll go into a friend's stream and I'll watch and I'll listen, but then I'll do something else in the process and I'll be like, oh, I can't think. So I'll turn them down. And then I'll completely forget that they're on. And I'll be like watching YouTube and I'll be like, I feel like I'm doing something. I need to do something. It's like, oh shit, I was watching their stream. I'll turn back up and I miss a bunch of context. Yeah, the knuckles still look a little weird. See, like this, where like the hand looks okay, but the knuckles look weird. So yeah, don't worry. I'm currently holding a Squishman and playing Pokemon. Oh, nice! Titan was playing Scarlet a bit ago, and he was trying to show me, and I wanted to watch with him, but it was just not in the cards. His internet was kind of crappy, and he had to hold his phone up, and it was just a little inconvenient for him. Like, I guess we can't. I love you. Bye. And yeah, it obviously wasn't like that, but yes. I'm playing Shield. Ooh. Isn't that the one with the pretty people? Well, I mean, all of them have pretty people. I was gonna be like, isn't that the one with like the good-looking people? All of them are good-looking. All of them are pretty. But yeah. Ooh, exactly. I need to do a dance stream too. But like, I really don't want to show my face, and I don't want to have to show my dancing. Like, I've been really want to do a dance stream, but like, I'd rather have a 3D model because I don't want anyone to see my body. Again, I'm not fat. I'm a healthy weight. I'm still slim, but it's like, it's not about that. It's just I don't want to show my body or have to get dressed to do a stream. It's like, I want to be in my undies and I want to jump around like an idiot and try a K-pop dance and try K-poppin'. 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 I'm against Alistair in the championship. I'm bad with names. I don't play Pokemon. I know. I know. I tried watching the show. I tried getting into the game, but I just never did. It's not because I didn't like them. It's just it didn't vibe. It didn't vibe with them. I heard of the game, but I only collect the cards. I did that for a while when I was younger. I've watched some episodes. Like I was a Yu-Gi-Oh kid and a Bakugan kid and not a Pokemon kid. So, and Beyblades. Okay, I did Beyblades, Bakugan, and Yu-Gi-Oh. But like the one with Rose, the character Rose in it. I don't know. I really liked Rose. She was my favorite because, yes, I loved how tragic she was, but how like awesome she was. I don't know how to describe it. I like characters that are like have a secret power or secret ability that they're just trying to hide, but they just can't at some point, or like they're really dangerous and they know they're dangerous, and so they try not to like show it. It's weird because you showed us your face before. Yeah, it's just because I don't want to like, because I'll be. I mean, right now, I look fine, just because literally last night we went out to eat and I thought we were going to a fancier place, but it was still a nice place, but we ended up going late, so we had to go to a different place, and I got like all dolled up, so I obviously shaved, so my skin's incredibly smooth. I did my skincare before my makeup and all that stuff, so my skin was really hydrated, and then I took off my makeup and all that stuff. I redid my skincare routine to like put that moisture back into my face, so my skin is incredibly clear and soft right now. But like, I don't want to be like doing, cause like I just want to have fun. I want to chill. I want to chill on my dance days, when I do them, and I want a 3D model first. Like I want to do it in VR, just because like I don't know, I just feel like it would be nicer, to do that instead of like instead of like showing my whole thing or showing my room. It's not messy. It's just that it has a lot of stuff, and it's like I don't have to like move everything around to dance. And also, I don't really have a quiet place to dance, right? The trick with getting into Pokemon is finding that one Pokemon that really resonates with you, so that everyone you know will get presents themed. Get presents themed. Okay. Well, not gonna lie. At this point, it's a lot. That's Pokemon, like One Piece and like Bleach. There's just too much content for me to consume, and I could never. Which would be the opposite if I know that it would be the opposite, very much the opposite, if I were like, if I were a fan, because it's like, oh, there's so much content, that's good. I mean, it's not bad even now, but it's just like, because I'm not interested. Sorry. Male meow stick. It's for me. Yes. Currently practicing legs. Good. Good. Keep practicing legs. Oh, this hand looks so different from this hand. Hold on. Okay. I feel like it would shine. I'll just overlay some white to brighten those areas rather than like redoing them. Because redoing them would be a pain in my booty. Now cleaning it out a bit better. I forgot to remove all the white beforehand, so Oopsie. Mm. But yeah, I don't know what a male mouse stick is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. But anyway. Oh my, what is that? That part? What is this? What is that? I'm gonna assume it's like a hold on, why does it look weird? What is this going on? This one could be in my head. Well, in this place, you're probably gonna keep it in there because I love Millie Martinez. Literally, my last karaoke stream, like half the playlist was just her songs. And Billie Eilish. And they're very crispy. I listen to mostly them just because their songs are like simple but also like very melodic. And they're just easy for me to sing and not really care if I sing them like the best. I don't know if that makes sense, but yes. They're just so pretty to listen to. I just can't help but gosh. Me. Well, he has two different guns now. Slightly different. Oh, most people probably won't notice that there are two different looking guns. So yeah. I don't mind because I'm also curvy. Hell yeah. She's kind of the main reason why I got into like dressing the way I do. And really into like corsets and lace. Obviously with a more like punk / goth adjacent theming / high fashion look. I don't know, I just really like, she just really got me into like alternative fashion looks. For a long time, because of her, I would only wear like thigh highs and or big long socks or leggings, just because I loved her so much. Okay, that's not true, not just because of that. So I was egg. I was very much egg. My neck itchy. I'm currently trying to stay awake. How dare you try to stay awake? Go to bed. I don't know what time it is for y'all. I keep forgetting. I'm so sorry. It's crazy how I'm attracting a crowd of people who aren't in my time zone. Like, I be streaming. So I was watching a stream. Oh, okay. It's not that well. You probably have like stuff to do tomorrow, so yeah. But I was watching a stream. I think it was Melody. Wait, what's got a little grunky? Yeah, Melody. And I saw her stream and I was like, oh, it was like 8 something PST, and I was like, that's late for you. And it's like, I forget that these streamers are like streaming in the middle of the night and or very late in the afternoon. And I'm like, oh, I could just stream super late. But if I do, a lot of y'all will probably miss my streams because I now stream at this time. I used to stream at like 5, but like no one was up at 5. So it was like, and I would want to do it later. But my roommates obviously were very active in the times that I wanted to stream. So as it was a good time to be awake. So I sadly had to like do this. I had to change my times or change my times even earlier just so that they wouldn't be awake when I'm streaming. Which again isn't like their fault or nothing. Oh, go. Okay, bye. See ya. Bye, Ava. Bye, Ava. Bye, Ava. And yeah. So I ended up kind of like just streaming later in the day or earlier in the day, and I know that I probably should do it because like y'all's are a good example. Y'all are streaming like in the afternoon. Bye again. Bye part 2, Ava. But yeah, y'all's be watching my streams when y'all's are about to go to bed or just chilling. But so like, but because I have very loud people, like one of my roommates, his 2 dogs, they're constantly barking at something, and it's like, why are you barking? I don't mind that they bark. It's just like, it's just extra stuff that like I have to watch out for because again, they're also very aggressive dogs. And one of them even jumped out a window, like a closed window, like jumped through the glass to get to somewhere else. I heard it on one of your streams. Yeah, where like they would like, you can probably still hear it sometimes throughout my streams because I still wake up pretty early. Ow. Sorry. That's not really that. That's what happens when you have crusty ass lips. But yeah, and I'll have to like check on the dog sometimes to make sure that like they're apart. That's what I said, because they're both like not dog friendly. Despite, because they grew up together, so they're okay with each other. But since they're both at the same time not dog friendly, they get mad at each other, and when they fight, they they both have scars from each other because they fight, like bite into each other. So like, whenever someone barks, I always have to like check on them, and it's always in the afternoon. So like, yes. So I'm like always like, I'm very much unable to do that. And then also my roommates like to play catch with their dogs because it's cold right now, so they like to play catch with them inside in the living room, which is right above me. And because you know they're dogs, they don't really care about like how loud they are. So specifically, one of them will literally jump in the air like 5 feet to catch the toy that was only thrown like a few feet up. Which again, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that it's bad for streaming. Like, I'm not blaming the dogs or upset at the dogs for any of this, or my roommates or anything like that. It's just that's why I can't stream later in the afternoon. So I always have to wake up at like 2 instead of like waking up at my normal time, which is like no. But yeah, so that's why I always have to wake up at this time. But I think it's actually good for me to wake up at these times. I used to have a Chihuahua, and he was so rude. Yeah, Chihuahuas are mean. Chihuahuas are mean. Our dogs are pit bulls. That's why. They're very audible too. Is that they're big dogs. So it's like I can't really. If they bark, you will hear them, no matter what my settings are. And my roommate is like, you know, doing stuff inside, so you're gonna hear him too. Like, I'm pretty sure you also have heard him on stream before, where he's talking. I think in some of my other streams too, I've like had to stop because he kept talking to me, and it's like, why are you talking to me? You know I like streaming. And so like that's why I stream whenever he's asleep or at work, is because he always finds a reason to talk to me, like at the worst times. Again, not saying I don't like talking to him or anything like that. That'd be a bull-faced lie. He's very interesting. It's just, you know, streaming and getting sidetracked by something completely unrelated and like stopping my stream for it don't mix well for you guys, you know? It's not particularly fun to just sit there and be like trying to enjoy me talking or watch me draw, and I just realized my thing has been off for like a few minutes. Or watching me draw. Oh my god, it's been a long while since that stopped playing. God dang it. I am so sorry. This is where I'm at right now. But yeah, where it's like we all just, you know, liking my vibes, and then someone's like, hey, you come up here, I need to do something, and I have to stop the stream, and y'all just have to wait there and listen to my background music, or like just watch my screen do nothing while in silence when my roommate talks to me about something not particularly related or a question that he could have just texted me for later. And again, it's not that I'm upset with him, because it's like just normal. It's like if you're gonna have a roommate who like helps you with stuff and just is very nice, obviously they're gonna want to interact with you. So I'm not against it. It's just it makes streaming a little harder, and doing stuff I want to do that is fun to do harder. My shoulder. Every time I tried to be nice and let him sleep with me, he always peed on my bed. Like, what did he do to you? I always walk before. Maybe it's like a territory thing that they're like trying to be like, oh yeah, this place is familiar. That's why I pee here. That's why you always need like a pad or something, or that's why people make their dogs sleep on the floor. Because it's like, it's way more. How do I say this? It's just easier to clean for moments like that. So that's why if you ever let your dog sleep in your room, you always have a separate bed in case of moments like that. You get them used to the separate bed, and then when they get used to that bed, they get used to the room, and when they get used to the room, they get used to sleeping with you. When they get used to sleeping with you, they don't feel a need to pee. So, yeah. You should have like a separate area and all that stuff. If you ever want to try it again, like, and be prepared in case that doesn't work, because like, again, dogs are like people that don't always just work the way you want them to. So yeah, just be careful. Be careful. And I'm not a dog expert, but that's just how I see it working out. Because like, I had a dog for a while, and obviously having a dog for a while doesn't make me an expert. But when she would sleep in my room, she would like, chill. She would just, chill there. But when she was in other people's room, she would use the bathroom in it. But in my room, she wouldn't. And I think it's because she got really used to my room specifically. Not because she liked me more, disliked my family more. She's just used to my room. She didn't need to like use the bathroom and try to mark her territory. Because it was already her territory because of how like often she went into it. So yeah. Try that out. Yeah. But back to like streaming ideas. I have been, I really want to do other things that's more like active. But I'll need like in the first place, I'll need like a 3D model to do it and like tracking. But I don't have that because it costs too much. So by the time I get a 3D model, I'll already have like enough stuff. I still haven't set up my bank account. I just keep forgetting. But I assume I'll have enough something to just splurge, assuming that I continue my hobby and it becomes a career as a streamer. And it's like, the one thing I don't quite understand is how people can make streams so like interesting. I'm not saying my streams aren't interesting, but like they always have this like wow factor to them. Usually just because like, well, not usually just because, but like, I don't have him now. He was, oh, okay. Well, if you ever have a dog that has that problem, I guess. I jumped the gun, or misread. This is why streaming and dyslexia don't mix, or do mix, depending on how you see it. But yeah. I have a Blue Mary Ozzy now. Me who doesn't know what that is, hold on. I'm gonna look it up on my tablet because, again, doing it on my PC while I'm streaming kind of makes me. It uses up so much RAM. Like, I checked my task manager, which is like a little thing to see what's running, and it was like it's on very high, which is near red, and it had like 50 things running on it, nearly 50. It had like 40 something things running on it just from opening the tab of Google Chrome. So I have to do it. I'm doing it on my tablet. Blue. Or Mary. Ozzy. Also, for some reason, my brain's getting a little weird right now. Oh, you got a really pretty dog. Really pretty dog breed. Oh. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Google. Get out of here. That's a really pretty dog type. I remember my aunt, well, not an aunt, a person I was living with who wasn't like a designated guardian. They had a dog like that, and I was like, so pretty. I want a dog like that. Please. There was something I was talking about. I can't remember what though. I think that it would be less. Okay. Man, my guns be crazy. That a little random extra dimension. I don't know if that's what a gun actually has, like this little extra thing right here, but like I'm adding it because I can. He's mini. He baby size. Eat him. Sorry. Pardon that. Don't ignore that. I'm so glad the baby. Man, I looked up once and now my head is like spinning. You spin me round, baby, anyhow, I want to do other streams, like hairstyling streams where I style my wigs. Cause like I like doing my wigs. Like right now, one of my wigs like tied up in like a knot, or in like a bunch of knots, because I have curly hair naturally, and I wanted to turn that wig into like a more natural hair curl, so that I can just like braid my hair and put it on instead of having to like go through and like straighten my, not only just braid my hair to make all my hair fit. Because it was funny, because last night I wore my bob wig for the first time for a while, as in like the short haircut style, not like it's specifically named Bob or anything like that. That'd be very interesting if I did just name my wig Bob. But anyway, yeah, how it was really short, and Austin was commenting like, how'd you get all your hair to fit in that? Because he was like, is that a wig? That's a wig. And I was like, yes, it is a wig. It is a wig, sir. He just couldn't tell. And I don't really wear it that much anymore, so that's what he knew, because my hair is like longer than my bob naturally. And I always wear like longer wigs, so he was like confused when I came out with a bob. Ooh, I should plug that in. I don't want this to die on stream. Work. I think my camera over there is dying. Hold on. Get the charger. Oh, wait, I put that on too. Hold on. Pardon over technical difficulties. I think just because I don't have any like stimulation is why I get tired really easily. I always have to have constant stimulation in order to focus on something. That's why I'm usually like watching or doing something while I stream, or not while I stream, while I draw, because it keeps me like active mentally, while drawing and sitting and doing nothing really like makes me go into that mindset of like, it gives me the same vibes as sitting down in church and listening to a sermon. I just fall asleep. My brain just kind of turns off. But like, oh, good night. It's just too much work for my brain. I'm too tired for that. So it's like hard to keep that stimulation up. But what was I talking about before? The one downside, or one of the many downsides of having ADHD, I completely keep forgetting what I'm talking about. Also, I checked, or I took a few tests, and all of them have said I either have autism or ADHD. Like, all of them. Like, me not exaggerating the answers, because, you know, there's people who, like, are like, oh my god, I suffer from that too! And it's like, they sometimes forget about something, like, once in a while, or, like, they sometimes do that thing where they walk in a place and then forget why they were there. Sometimes. I really do that a lot, to the point that people comment on it, including, like, how I'm really bad at listening. Not because I'm not interested, but just because I can't quite get myself to listen, or like my brain will like turn off while I'm listening and I'll have our time, or like my brain will feel weird and I wouldn't know how to like conversate. Like I've had a few streams where I've started it and I was like, oh, this is nice, and then I would just shut off and I just can't talk. Like I can, but like it just doesn't feel right the way I talk. I don't know how to describe it. But anyway, yeah, I have moments like that. And I'm just like, okay, and they're asking questions like, do you do this? And I'm like, yes, I do that a lot. And it makes my life a little harder. Especially thinking about going to school. Because like I was just told how one of, Titan, while he's going to school, while he was doing a critique, like he got critiqued by the teacher. And well, he described how mean she was to everyone except for him, because he's like really good at art. I'm just like, man, because like he's like a really good artist. Like it's mind blowing how good his art is. But like my art, it's good, but it's not like his level of good. So I'm scared. Like even with practice, like even before he like started learning about stuff, it was still better than mine. So I'm just thinking, man, I'm gonna go into the school and not just fail, but be demolished by the teachers, because they seem a little blunt. Sorry, if I'm not talking a lot. I'm organizing. Oh, it's okay. I'm streaming to stream. I'm not streaming just to. You don't gotta chat. It's okay. No one has to chat. They can just listen to me rant about random stuff. It's okay. But yeah. So I'm not particularly excited if I do get accepted into the schoolings. I really hope I get accepted into another thing I applied for, but yeah. Again, this is assuming I only applied because I was like, you only live once. It was open to try, so I was like, is a job. Oh, hopefully it works out. Ugh. This to like get this to work. But yeah, I was talking about mascot horror earlier. I usually talk about it because it's the default kind of like. It's really interesting how people have commodified, merchandised. I don't know what the word is. People have taken indie horror and made it into a marketable thing rather than as something that's, well, you know what it is, which is just indie horror. People making horror just to make scary games, to make art just for art. Yet a lot of them do it now for money. Like I was talking about the game Garden of Banban or something like that. where not only was the main antagonist that was on the thing that was like said like, oh yeah, you'll fight this person, only there at the end for like a few seconds. But, like, the person Ban is only mentioned like once or twice. And like the designs aren't awful, but they aren't particularly like notable. They're all just more like of that like colored. Like their main thing is that they're different colors. While in reality, a lot of kids shows have a lot of like design work into them. Like that's why they're so successful. Like think of any kids show. It's the reason why they're so like recognizable is because they're like really distinct designs. But if you take like a character like Garden of Ban, it's like you can't really use that character merchandising unless it's a quick cash grab. Because the reason why a lot of series are able to like do more complicated things like plushies and keychains or like little other merchandising dices of those characters is because they have the money to like, you know, sell toys and all stuff and market them. While more indie brands are very small, so can't do that. So a lot of the characters are simple. It's just like, I mean, you could be doing so much right now with the designs, even if like if Garden of Ban had better designs and it was like more thought through, I feel like it would be really deserving. Well, it's not saying games like that don't deserve any recognition or platforming, I guess, but oh, there's no but there. There's no but there. It's just I feel like they could have done better. Your thumbnail. I love how your art looks in your other videos. Oh, thank you. Yeah, for a while I was gonna do that thing where like for a while I was gonna try to become a Let's Player and do like one video a week with like drawn, like fully drawn and semi-rendered thumbnail images and maybe like a commentary person, but I decided against that just because I'm not dumb, but like I'm not particularly the smartest or the most witty. So I felt like doing like more commentary stuff isn't like the best for me at the moment, especially with how much time I have with stuff. It would just take up a lot of my time, especially like things like editing. At least specifically to get good at editing. And what's the word? Yeah. The person that got commissioned from the cat drawing love it? Yeah, of course. They very much enjoyed it. They love the cat girl. I think they're a VTuber as well, but like they do different things than me, so we're not like in the same like sphere per se. Trying to get this to like shine a bit more. There we go. Okay. And yeah, that's what. And also like I'm really excited for tomorrow because like I really can't wait to do like a check-in redesign, because I haven't done like a full-on redesign of a very complicated character in a long time. That's cool. I think you did a good job on that. Yeah, I think I did a pretty good job too. I'm really bad at drawing younger characters because I don't really like drawing younger characters. I prefer drawing adult to older teen looking characters, and like at most preteens, because it's like I don't know. I just like adult anatomy. I don't like drawing kids. I don't know. It just makes me feel uncomfortable. Obviously, unlike if it's like story reasons, I don't really care, but it still feels weird. And I'll probably get over it when I'm older. But for now, it's a little wonky for me. Playing the new Fire Emblem while watching your stream. I hope you're having a good time. I've been seeing that's why I've been seeing a lot about it. And also the artist for the game, for the main characters, the blue hair, the blue and the fucking toothpaste characters. I'm saying that in all fun. I don't dislike the designs. Their art, they did the model for the VTuber, I can't believe it, Chaos Bells. or Haycos bells? Haycos? Haycos. Bells. 1 minute. Hold on. I'm assuming all y'all, despite me being a VTuber, don't actually know a whole lot about VTubers, so sorry. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people who come in after know, but some of y'all obviously know about VTubers and are in the VTuber realm, but I like to show, I just like to, you know. Haycos bells. Yeah, it's Haycos. You can kind of tell just by the little details of like the way she's drawn. Here's Haycos bells. They're done by the same artist as the one who did the art for the main characters in the new Fire Emblem game. Like you can tell from the way she's drawn, the crazy like two-toned hair, multi-tone hair, and her face, her eyes. She's very chaotic. I love her so much. I love her. I don't really watch her streams too often just because I've been kind of falling out of love for Hololive because she's a part of the Hololive company, and they're very much like a fairly clean idol group, and they just feel a little too corporate for me, if that makes sense. Yeah, she's so fucking cute. This is her New Year's outfit, where it's still chaotic, but it's like really pretty. God, there's this other VTuber. She sadly graduated due to like her life. And she was like she's like the first English darker skinned VTuber, or at least tan skinned VTuber. I think there was like animations of her. One of the more famous ones was like her in space, and then you see an astronaut look at her, and then she just disappears. It was because she graduated. Hold on. Oh, the girl with the red, her name's Haycos Bells. Like H-A-K. Wait a minute, I'll just turn it back on. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, you kind of can. See, Haycos Bells. This is another model she has. It's quite adorable. Oh, for the girl that graduated. Okay, 1 minute. Her name's oh no, get out of my way. Oh, there's Sana. Her name is Sana. I remember drawing fan art for her. Not Sana Pecora. Was it Pecora? No, that's different. Follow live Sana. There you go. I don't remember her last name, but this is her. Again, she's not like super dark. You can tell she's still very much just Asian. Just Asian. She's very much she's Asian. That's it. And she had an Aussie accent too. I think she was Australian. And well, hold on, I have to reconnect. And what happened to her is that she basically just, you know, got busy. I can't go too far in her stuff because, like, again, because of because of her fat titties. I'm just gonna say it. And her fat ass, her fat ass. She has a lot of porn. Yeah. I miss her. I would subscribe to her. I would jump into her streams sometimes, like her bridge streams and her horoscope stuff. Like she was just the vibe. She was perfect. I didn't quite listen to her. I just kind of like, how do I say this? She was just really nice to listen to. I don't know how to describe it. Well, like, yeah, she graduated sadly, and she was one of my favorites. But not gonna lie, a lot of people didn't like her design on top of her like art style. And I kind of have to agree to a degree. Not saying she's ugly or like, ugh, this design's awful. No, her design is beautiful. Her face is beautiful. Everything is beautiful, exactly. But it was more so compared to her other members. Let me turn this off so you don't see my searches. What is it? What was the wave called? I'm trying to think what their wave was called. It was Hololive. I'll just look up Hololive waves. Well, compared to her other members, she was not particularly the most detailed. It felt as though she wasn't the most invested in when it came to like her design compared to the other people, her other gym mates or gym mates, her other I can't think of the word. Here it is. It's it's Council. Hololive Council. A minute, let me look it back up. Hololive Council. Oh my god. Hololive Council. Okay, so hold on. These are all of them. Let's see if I can turn to the side. Go away. But yeah, as you cannot see, I'll turn it back and just zoom in. What? I can't freaking. Okay, fine. Add the photos. And turn this off because I want to show off their designs because the designs are so pretty. All the designs are pretty. Oh. Why is it doing that? Well, as you can see, out of all these designs, I'm trying to get like as far to the side as I can. Out of all the designs, oh, I can't go that way because it's naked people. Sana's is probably the least. Oh, Sana's just the least unique in the sense compared to the other her other members. I keep forgetting they're called members. I keep wanting to say gym mates. I don't know why gym mates. I think I'm thinking of. I don't know why I keep saying gym mates. Well, anyway, again, it's not that her design is bad in any way or any form. It's just that a lot of her detailing isn't particularly the most in your face compared to the others. On top of her style being the least or the most typical anime, I guess. Again, you can't see my hand, but I did air quotes. Typical anime. I think her design being on the simpler side makes her stand out more. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I would say that. But I think it's just because most people have an expectation that their designs are going to be a lot more compared to other people. I see it is not as detailed, yeah. Where it's like, there's nothing wrong with her design whatsoever. And also her mascot character being a noodle, basically, wasn't the most appealing in her other two mascot thingies. A crab and a bunny on her hair with a little antenna on the top. Oh, you can't see that. Let me move to the side. A crab and a bunny with a little antenna on top. It felt a little random. To me, personally, it did feel a little random. It has a reason behind it, or at least the antenna. But like I said, those small elements makes little bits of her feel random to me, and a lot of people had similar grievances. But it wasn't like bad. Again, like her center piece right here is really pretty. Her symbol right here was really pretty. The way her cloak kind of flows into one go, how it's like slightly transparent, that's really pretty. And the back of her outfit is super pretty. Oh my god. And how her beads are planets, and her earring is a planet. It's like she has a lot of really good elements, but like there's just little bits about it that make it feel a little out of place overall in its own design. Like little bits, like again, little antenna, though there's a reason, it still feels a little out of place. The animals on her planet, little thingies, out of place. Her little character right there, who's a noodle, a little out of place. And even the symbol on her chest, I feel like it being so in the center and in your face there, it kind of feels a little out of place as well. Maybe her beads could match her color scheme. Yeah, they do match. It's just the pink, I think, as that little extra. And if I were to redesign her, I think I would just like add more pink to like the center, towards the center, like add more of that pink somewhere else rather than just at the top. Because I think that's what, and probably remove those little animal characters on her ears since she already has a mascot character as her like, well, mascot. So it feels weird to have 3 mascots basically for one character. It's okay to have like a dynamic, but but since they're VTubers, at most they really just only need one mascot. I feel like I think I get what they did here, because like wormhole, I don't know if that's a thing, if it's actually official, but it's a good idea, a wormhole, you know, so it's like a wormy character. But then you have like, again, Bunny and Crab, where it's like, why Bunny and Crab? Pardon me. But the one thing I do want to say is that her kimono design is probably my favorite, and also it has a horse head on it. Like, she can just put on a horse head for no reason, and it's so pretty, it's so cute, and it's so funny. And yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else. I really like the deep blue she has though. Like I feel like if they kept with the deep blue and removed some of that pink and removed that blue in her earring, it would have been fine. And probably made her like little thing to make her, because the reason why she has this antenna is because what's the word? She's actually like a shit ton bigger than our planet Earth, and in order to be here, just the way the antenna to shrink down. So that's why it's there. But I feel like I've kind of wished they didn't make it an antenna and instead made it like a crown, or maybe made it her beads, or like maybe gave it like just a little more aesthetic than an antenna just poking out of her head. So like there's a reason. I'm sure there's a reason behind a lot of this, but there's a difference between reason and aesthetics, you know? Hello, welcome back. I'm just talking about this character. Oh my god, I forgot her name already. What's it called? I just call her Sana. Tsukomo-san. Oh, it's right there. Have you listened to the Hololive songs with all the VTubers? Yes, I have. Over and over again. I actually went through a phase where I just listened to that for like a few days straight. It's really nice. But yeah, basically saying how like the reason why a lot of people didn't like her design and why she had a lot of controversy around her. And also people were pointing out that it's like, of all the characters to have the least most thought out, or not the least most thought out, but the least effort put in, quote unquote effort, again, because it's not that the person didn't put any effort, but it's just pointing out that like she has the least detail. Of all the characters to have the least detail, it had to be the character that was darker skinned. They're not saying it was a race thing, but more so like a colorist thing, because they're not saying that, because I don't think anyone thinks she's black, which I wish she was. I wish they would have an actual black VTuber sometime. But yeah, I like, you know, all this detail here and there, while all the other characters, or while she's left with very little. Again, but like these, like if you were to look at her like from here down, like, or gosh, my thing froze. From like her center down, or like how do I say this? From under her boobs down, it looks perfect. But from above, it adds that kind of like complicated look. And from behind, I feel like she's perfect. That sounds awful. From the back, she looks amazing. It sounds a little lewd, but also like mean. I didn't mean it like that. How her design is really... yeah, exactly. Where a lot of characters with darker skin don't have a lot of detail in their design. I feel like the only character I've seen that has dark skin and has really good design qualities are people who are gals and are gerus, or who are actually black people who are just lighter skinned, because it's always a lighter skinned black person that has to be the main character. Well, yeah, it's usually tan girls who are just, you know, just tan, who get the not as interesting designs, in my opinion. And it just sucks. It just sucks because I really like her. And I kind of want to redo her fan art, because I made it in a rush, because I really just wanted to do it, because I was like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. And all these girls are pretty. They're amazing. And I kind of want to do fan art for the new, oh my god. You know what? I'm probably just going to say this for a different stream and talk about, like, why I love these designs. Rather than, like, straight up saying, like, like, rather than being technical and being like, oh, this is why the design is good. I'll just gush about why I like this design or don't like this part. I'll probably do that. And probably teach y'all a little bit about designing a VTuber and or a persona. Because there's a difference between designing a character and designing a persona. Because unlike a character, which some VTubers are, most VTubers are characters, but unlike characters in like TV shows or any media like that, they're not going to be redrawn a bunch, so they can be crazy. And on top of that, a lot of their story can be a little like, their words can be a little more exaggerated because it's like, well, we're streamers now, so a lot of the story either involves streaming or somehow like it has to be comfortable enough for streaming. Like I know a few, like there's even a I call it a Wendy because I can't say the whole word. It's really bad to say the whole word, but a popular mythical creature that sounds like Wendy in the beginning. There's a few VTubers like that who like are mythical beings, but they're still streamers. Stuff like that, where like it doesn't have to be super detailed, but like just, you know, interesting. I'll probably, again, I want to kind of save this all for later because I always want to talk about it. Of course, my advice isn't like king. I'm probably gonna be wrong about a lot of this. It's like a lot of assumptions from how I do design myself, rather than like an actual like I've studied design per se. It's just observations I've made over time. Actually, I'll probably talk about design tomorrow, but it'll be probably mostly about fighting games. But yeah, I wonder why her design's basic too. I always come back. I love FNAF. Welcome. Hi, Ava. Welcome back. We were just talking about a character or a streamer, a VTuber that I liked who disappeared or who graduated, and my tummy hurts, so I'm going to take a few-minute break to use the bathroom because I had to use the bathroom before streaming, but I didn't think I'd be streaming this long, which is not a bad thing. We need a VTuber fighting game. We kind of do, I think. I think the one's being developed, like one for Smash, but like for Hololive specifically. Isn't there one? Like someone making a fan game? And also there's HoloCure, which is like more so like an RPG with a bunch of Hololive VTubers. But yeah. I feel like there's gonna be something else. Oh, I also for a second I thought you were gonna say, we need more fighting game VTubers. And I was like, you're looking at one right now. And like I know a few VTubers who are like fighting game based, who like design themselves in like a fighting game kind of way. I kind of did that myself, where I based myself on like a fighting game character, and that's why I give myself more like fighty kind of bits, like my gloves and how my shirts can come off. The Hunger Games, exactly. The Hunger Games with VTubers. Have you seen? I'm pretty sure y'all haven't, but there's some of these streams where VTubers will play like WWE against each other, like the video game. There's a recent one that was held by Niji Sanji, and it was so funny. It was so funny. And they like make the person they're playing as look like them. It's amazing. It truly is. Well, anyway, I'll be back. I'm not leaving. I just need to use the bathroom. Y'all's do whatever you need to do. Get a drink, get a snack, get I don't know, get paper and stuff and start drawing with me. If you haven't studied yet, I don't know why. And yeah, see you in a second. I'll be back. Hello? Okay. If y'all are gonna flirt, please have that out of my chat. I'm sorry. But don't flirt here. And be careful who you see online. Anyway, sorry. I was just talking in the bathroom. Someone. Oh, let me turn this off just in case. There we go. Figaro. Okay. There we go. It will connect. Ah. We're back in business, bitch. I know, I'm joking. Okay, I'm not really joking about the thing I said. But I know y'all ain't doing that. It's okay. Said that. No. But yeah. Titan just took a test and I'm really excited to work on the results. What am I doing? I can clean. I'm laying that out. Maybe I can just let me actually take this gun over here. I'll try to make him look similar. I don't know why I had to do that. I could just. That's the flat version. Guess he's back again. Hello, Eva. Hello. Yeah, they are very much different guns. Never mind. They are very different guns. Stitch? Who's talking about Stitch? Ain't nobody talking about Stitch in this place. Let's say words. Oh yeah. I was talking about designing, and I just got done asking Titan a question about, well, designing, or not designing, but studying art, and I'm probably gonna read it after the stream. I was gonna read it, but then we started talking about something else, and I'm really I'm nervous, cause like, or not nervous, but like, cause like he basically said, oh yeah, I know, like interesting way to put it, because I pretty much asked him like, hey, how do you like remember or to actually like do the things you practice? Because like I said, I know how to study, I just don't know how to like keep it in my brain for work. Like, oh my god, I don't know how to word it. Like, I'll basically just do whatever to make it work out, to make things work out. And yeah, I got my repeater up. If there was one Danganganpa couple that would just be too powerful to stop, which would it be? Is this assuming that they, even if they don't have a relationship in canon, they'll have a like, we can have like a pretend relationship, like if they were to work together, even if they aren't like, even if they have no contact in the main game. I'm gonna go by that rule because I feel like it's more interesting. Okay, for each, and also if they were to like come together, but game by game, for the first game, I do think it would be obviously Makoto and Kirigiri. Yeah, Makoto and Kirigiri. For the second game, I would say, what is there? Trying to think of the smartest character. I mean, they're kind of obvious because it's like the main ships are usually the ones with the main character who's solving all the problems, and then the side character or the helper character. So it's like, let me turn my thing down. So it's like kind of hard to the chick to pick something new, you know. Okay, the yep. Yeah, that can work. Yeah, it's just hard because they're all like, all the characters are kind of dumb outside of the main character and their helper character. Like, okay, it's Kaede and Shuichi. We can only say Shuichi and probably Oma if I were to say smart. Because, like, yeah. So, Kaede and Shuichi, or Shuichi and Oma in V3. And I think that's about it. A lot of them are, like, kind of hard to pick outside of the ordinary. Oh, and fan characters. Okay. Okay, I got you. For me, it's Mikado and Kanade. I know. Yeah, if they work together, because he's like, he didn't even know she was a killer, which makes it even crazier. So it's like, he's like, damn, she's crazy. I do like how they made that like a thing where it's like he didn't know that she was crazy. He was like, I didn't even know this. A minute. Having some bounce, like, also like, I'm gonna add a bunch of those ridges back in. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Sorry. I'm getting a little distracted by the art. At the end of the chapter 3, he was impressed. Yeah, it was just like, oh, well, you're crazy, and she almost won. I like crazy. Okay, almost done with this. I think. You sure? Because like some details don't have to be rendered out too much. I guess no, I can't do. I'm just gonna. Oh, I'll squish this up a bit. Yes. Should I have more detail? Yeah, I'll continue with just a bit more. Oh, a wee bit. Just a wee bob. Not a lot of topics. For me, either partner in crime or just best friends, because Kanade is the main character, and Mikado would be the best supporting character. Exactly. If they were good, at least. If they weren't the evil pieces of poop that they are, like, sorry, like they'd rival even Shuichi. They'd rival Kirigiri. Sorry, I'm fixing a thing. Pardon. Ah. There we go. I think there's something wrong with my Discord notifications because like I didn't think wait, I think I do have Do Not Disturb on. Never mind. Anyway, use me for it. But anyway. Yeah. They'd be too powerful. They're too smart. Okay. No, the other one. Or just add lines instead of making it as detailed. Okay. How do you use grayscale shading? It's not really grayscale per se. I mean, it looks grayscale because I ended up going kind of grayscale for this since it's just an image. But most of the time I just have white. I use white and then I just slowly shade it in, which turns it gray, or just so happens to turn it a different shade. But usually I just roll with it. Like, see this? This isn't particularly grayscale because these aren't the right colors for the hair or the jacket. Because the jacket is like dark black, but like as you can see, for some reason the jacket is lighter than the hair. Even the hair is lighter in the reference art. So don't worry too much about this scaling until later. And I don't really use it, you know? So yes, this is him so far. So yeah, and with my brush it kind of blends things together, so it turns my black pen, again, turns my black pen. See how it's black here? When I go over this, it's gray because it's slowly blending in. So yeah, it's just black and white basically with some gray. I don't really grayscale it. Like, I don't purposely go to grayscale it. What's the hardest commission you've ever done? I was gonna say this one, but it's not particularly the hardest. It's just the most tedious. Hold on. I'll try to look through my stuff to see what I got. I think a lot of my harder ones are like in the past, like in my old tablet. But for now, I would say this one, because of mainly this right here, clear part, on top of how, like, you know, she has the flowers and I have a thing, and also her shoes are kind of hard. I have a thing about what's the word, designs that are heavily referenced from other canon characters, like other characters in different series or stories. So it was mentally hard for me to do it because I was supposed to heavily reference from it. It was like an angel character from a game, I think. But then they gave me like small changes, like, oh, make sure, could you do this please and that please, which I was fine with. It's just that it's hard to translate it in my brain for myself to do that. So it's not a bad thing, and I don't like hate it or anything. It was just hard for me to do it because my brain is going, you're drawing basically fan art. You're drawing fan art for the person because it's not their completely original idea, which is a little toxic to think about because it's like, it's not like bad to have a character that isn't completely, has its own completely original design, because like sometimes, you know, yeah, it was changed enough, so it was good, it was fine. So yeah, it was just hard for me to do it, mentally and physically, just because of how like all the flowy bits were going. Oh. 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 Damn, why do I keep doing that? In a minute. Mm. I'm trying to get some. I know that most people aren't going to see this kind of detailing, but it's like, you know, might as well try, might as well do it. I think the gun is done. I know I'm missing a lot of detail to make it look like an actual gun. But like, I'm tired, and like most people won't notice. Like I didn't even notice, and I'm the one drawing it. That like they're different guns, completely different guns. There's that. Oh, he looks a pretty sexy. Pretty delicious. I'm kind of will blow the world up if they were bored. Exactly. Oops. Oh, I need to take my other pill. Hold on. Okay. Pardon me. I have to put it under my tongue. Also, sorry, I keep burping because I just drank some coffee. And the way my straw is, it creates air bubbles as I drink it. So I'm a have air. Currently spinning in my chair. I'm spinning like a ballerina. Exactly. Beautiful. Elegance. Grace. Death. No. Hold on. Fixing this. I think I accidentally erased that bit. Oop. Yeah, I did. Oop. And well, there's something else that was really important that I wanted to say. I keep thinking of things. Oh, last night I was getting a drink and I was like, oh, I don't really want water right now, so I got like one of a juice we got that was like just new, and I was like, oh, this is nice. Let's get it. It didn't taste bad. It tasted like how new shoes smell. Like it wasn't a bad taste. It was just different. It was like strawberry lemonade, but like it did not taste. It tasted like grapefruit more so than strawberry or than lemonade. Those are small comparison. Oh well. I'm just gonna have to deal. It is what it is. Trying to get the. I'm almost done with thingy. Not the whole thing. I still have to add a lot of detail. Like I'm almost done with the important parts. Mirror, 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 mirror on the wall. Who's the freaking savage? Justin, baby. Yes, we are. Really love the pose for this character. It looks badass. Thank you. They said they want just an action-y pose, so I was like, what's action-y? Oh, just falling down with a gun shooting. Oh, yeah. And then it was history. Oh my god, there's something in my brain that wants to come out, but I don't know what it is. Oh my god, this is gonna bother me so much till I can think of it. I know for a fact that the moment I get off stream, I'm gonna be like, oh, that's what I want to say, or talk about. Just thinking this out. There we go. That's good. Nervous about how it looks because I just can't. Because the truth is, when you're arting, I love art is just like smushed together. It just smushed together bits. Duplicate. I always like to duplicate things just in case I mess up. I have to like read them. Which is all connected. Oh, this is all connected. Okay, it looks a lot better. Okay. Hands. I don't think there's anything specific that I need to add around here anymore. Well, maybe some things around his sleeves for the detailing. And turn back on. Where's the thing? There we go. Yeah, there's some line work I forgot. Let's see. There's some rimming around the wrist here. Oh. There's another one just in case. It doesn't have to be perfect. In DR, nothing's perfect. Which is why I love it. You done too. Okay, for it to be crunchy. Gosh, wait. And now I can do the thing. Okay. Mikade, yes. It's Mikade. The zippers I'll add at the very end. Yeah, at the very end. The eyes. Oh, I forgot the wrap. Gosh dang it. I forgot that he has bandages around his hands. I'll just add some lines. I'll color it, correct it later. That's what a good artist does. They correct it at the very end later. Okay. There we go. Who is the character you relate to the most? I'm not entirely sure. Like how you take, like how you take time with your art. I'm just, how does it is? I'm not particularly, what is this? Why does he have bandages on his hand? For fighting reasons. Have you not ever punched? It's better than like having like, what's the word? Like gloves ready, if that makes sense. Because I feel like having bandages on your wrists make it a little less obvious that you're a fighter compared to like if you were to have like professional gloves on already. And this is this is like still like during the apocalypse for them. I don't think they would. He'd be having gloves. I think he'd just have like bandages with him. Okay, I'm on the right layer. So bright. What would I? trying to think of like a bandage pattern. You know, like how would you wrap around this area? Mm. Yeah. Okay, I think that's okay. Again, I'll correct it later. Or I guess if I correct it. But yeah, Mikon is who I relate to the most because the person reason. Yeah, I feel that. Um, I don't really have a character I relate to in particular in DR. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't really have a specific character to relate to. I like different characters, but a lot of characters I just don't really have that like inner connection to. Well, I guess Fujisaki would be, or Chihiro Fujisaki would be what I most relate to, because like, you know, obvious reason. But no like any other like deeper reasons. Oh, it's itchy. Sorry. Sometimes you have itches in your nose. You're just like, oh, get away, nose. I guess I just have to get the wallet chain. In his case, it actually is a wallet. Like there is a wallet connected to it. So it'll probably just peek out here. Zippers again, very last. I guess I just do have to add his shoes and his glasses, which are also last. I can say his eyes, but I kind of want to get all the bigger stuff done. I'll do his shoes off stream because it's like, ugh, shoes suck. Shoes stinky. Shoes are hard. They make me crabby. They make me unhappy. To watch murder. I will. I shall. Is there anything else that I want to talk about before I leave and die? I kind of did this wrong because like I added so much detail to the folds. Usually you're not really supposed to do that because in the end I'll be going over it with like a highlight, and that makes it a little harder because you know DR highlight is basically all of this. But because I had so much detail, the highlight's gonna add a little extra detail, which doesn't make it like Danganganpa-y, so it's like kind of hard to like do it. Favorite candy bar? Probably a Twix. I like Twix. I like the crunchy and the gooey. It's like eating right into a person's arm or finger, you know? It's crunchy, but it's also a little gooey. You know? Nice little treat. It's just perfect. It's just the perfect flavor. Perfect taffy and the bar and the chocolate. It's all perfect. It's perfect. It's the bestest. It's the greatest in the world. I like Kit Kats, but I don't take them. Wait. I don't take them out. Yeah, I've seen some people just take giant bites. Kind of crazy. Just kind of crazy. But no judgment. As a person who literally eats people, I cannot judge you for eating a Kit Kat bar with one big bite. I cannot judge. There's something. Well, I'm gonna turn off my thing. Just look at my gallery in case I saved something. So like, I'm like, oh, that's what I was doing. Oh yeah. Fan art. I may do fan. Yeah, I probably will do fan art either this week or next week. During my like body studies, because I was doing some Scarlet fan art, but then I got really upset because I was like, why is this not working out? That's why I kind of started doing that. I call it like path like father, like daughter, I guess. Yeah, mood. Yeah. Oof. let's do that. Oh, so yeah. It's hard to like end a stream because it's like it ends with a sizzle rather than a bang. Why do I end with a bang? Bam! Okay, bye. Boo. See ya. I'll be back tomorrow with redesigned a Tekken character, which is gonna be Lily. So be there for that. It's gonna be messy, but that's okay. So yes. And we'll talk about design for those who don't really care about the drawing per se. Anyway, bye!